Welcome to the Stock Market Daily News Podcast. It's Monday, April 27th, 2026. I'm here with your quick, actionable roundup of everything that moved Wall Street over the weekend and what you need to know to start your trading week. U.S. equities posted a mixed Friday as the market braced for the Federal Reserve meeting kicking off Tuesday. The S&P 500 finished up 0.8%. The Nasdaq popped by 1.6%, while the Dow Jones dipped by 0.16%. Tech stocks led the gains, but uncertainty remains the name of the game with geopolitics, inflation, and big earnings on the horizon. Let's dig into the 5 stories every investor needs to know right now. First up, presidential tweets create market shockwaves. U.S. markets have been swinging wildly on the words and posts of President Trump. According to Fundstrat, Trump's public statements have driven both the 5 best and 5 worst S&P 500 days in the last 15 months, exceeding the influence of any U.S. president in decades. Case in point, on March 20th, Trump's hardline comments on Iran sent the S&P down 1.5%, but news of a possible ceasefire just days later sparked a 2.9% rally. For investors, this means more headline-driven volatility and a market increasingly sensitive to day-by-day political developments. Next, all eyes on the Federal ahead of its policy decision this Wednesday. Traders are holding their breath. The central bank is widely expected to keep its benchmark rate unchanged at 3.5 to 3.75%. But with inflation reaccelerating from 2.4% in February to 3.3% in March and energy prices rising, markets are divided on when or even if rate cuts will come this year. Experts caution that persistent inflation could force a hike instead. For portfolios, that means continued pressure on rate-sensitive sectors and strong demand for defensive names. Switching gears, big sell-off in Indian equities. On Friday, India's Sensex tumbled 1,000 points, down 1.29%, and the Nifty 50 slipped below 24,000. IT stocks led the descent, falling over 5% as global tech headwinds and renewed U.S.-Iran tensions stoked risk aversion. Volatility surged, with the India VIX jumping 6%. Analysts warn the near-term outlook remains bearish unless the index can reclaim 24,200. Shifting to sector strategy, J.P. Morgan downgraded Indian equities to neutral, pivoting instead to Asian technology stocks, particularly in Taiwan. The firm cites high Indian stock valuations and low exposure to next-generation tech, while momentum in AI is quickly lifting Asian tech names. For global investors, the message is clear: follow the capital as artificial intelligence reshapes regional and sector allocations. And finally, in the penny stock space, risk-takers saw outsized gains. 14 Indian penny stocks surged between 40 and 125% over the past month. Names like Sham Telecom and Worth Investment more than doubled in price. But the reminder here, these plays remain highly volatile, so proceed with discipline, research, and risk controls. Quick recap. The S&P 500 closed at 7,165, the Dow at 49,230, and the Nasdaq at 24,836. Major themes. Markets are treading water ahead of the Fed. Volatility is being driven by both geopolitics and central banks. Tech is back in the driver's seat, and sector rotation continues, especially toward AI and Asia. Looking ahead, this week brings major earnings, the crucial Fed announcement on Wednesday, and ongoing geopolitical headlines. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to Stock Market Daily News on your favorite podcast platform for tomorrow's lightning-fast market update. Thanks for tuning in.